Welcome to the Assist Podcast. I'm your host, Zach Schwartz, and joining me today, you've heard his voice before. You know who he is. It's one of, if not my best friend, Kyle Milner. Kyle, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Just another glorious day in Bowling Green, Ohio. Starts out 60 degrees, and now it's scorching hot. And there's no trees to cover you, so it's nice.
How warm is it there right now?
It's probably 83, 84 degrees right now.
Yeah, that's about what we were at this morning when I was outside. I was like, oh, thank goodness.
This morning. Nice.
Below 85 for the day is a victory. So we're still dealing with 90-plus degrees right now, so we're trying to get down into the 80s. That's my sweet spot, is like low 80s, but right, and a lot of times it is that, but in August, September, you're not going to find that down here.
Fun fact, Bowling Green is the flattest campus in the nation.
The flattest campus.
And it's because millions of years ago, Bowling Green was under a glacier.
Did you just learn that today in class or something?
I learned that last semester in geology.
Wow. The flattest campus, like, wow, isn't that why, isn't BG a big wind tunnel too?
Oh yeah, you're never safe, especially in the winter.
That's insane. That's funny though. I do like that fact. There we go. Knowledgeable podcast already, a minute in. So we were talking about this morning, and you were like, I feel like it just came on, and then I looked it up. I was like, it's been like 6-7 weeks actually, so this seems to be perfect time, catch up, discuss new things. Since we last talked, sports seasons have started, which is a lot of fun. Semester's really in full swing now. I know we talked off air about some things, but of course, I don't want to mess up your official position within the BG soccer program. I know you move up every year, so I don't want to mess it up. Your official title badge is?
The Student Director of Soccer Operations.
Okay, perfect. So that means, I know you're doing a ton of stuff with that. I mean, we were just talking about that. And you're traveling everywhere, all that stuff. So out of your road games this year, what's your favorite campus of this year?
Northwestern, without a doubt. The place is built like it should be flying spaceships. All
Really?
The buildings are all glass, and they just built a brand new indoor football facility and training facility for athletes. The soccer field is right on the water. They have a beach right next to it. It's insane.
Wow. Northwestern is, that's right outside of Chicago, right? Isn't that like a little north of Chicago? Or is it south? I can't remember.
I can't exactly remember.
I'll look it up real quick. But I know like Northwestern's a really brilliant institution, and also part of the Big Ten, and they're really hard to get into and really smart too, aren't they?
Oh yeah. I learned this weekend that all their football players get mopeds.
Their football players get mopeds.
All of them.
That is crazy. I had no idea.
They also, I think, just started school.
Really? Like they're on a different system?
They're on quarters, but it's like trimesters.
Interesting. So yeah, according to this Wikipedia map here, Evanston is literally right on the edge of the water, so that makes sense, as like you're saying. It's in Cook County. I think it's north. Yeah, north of downtown Chicago.
I know one's on the way to the other along the coast.
Yeah, so Chicago's on the way to Evanston. There we go. We figured that out. Good job. So where else have you gone this year and then in previous years? I know you went to Penn 2 years ago, right?
I went to Philadelphia 2 years ago. I went to Penn and Drexel.
Okay.
My only regret going there is not seeing the Rocky statue.
Oh my goodness, you're like the biggest Rocky fan I know. How'd you not go see that?
They had a concert festival on the steps.
Oh, wow.
So we couldn't go there. But overall, that was a really fun trip because Philadelphia's an interesting town. The Penn had Bermuda grass, so that's pretty sweet. You could have putted on the field if you wanted to.
Bermuda grass. I've never heard that before. I think I know what grass you're talking about, though. The grass that's in like putting greens, like you just said.
It's used more in the South. or
Interesting.
it's more in the south.
I wonder if we have
it
that
was
then.
pretty sweet.
Okay.
Maybe. Other cool places. Notre Dame was pretty sweet. I went there 2 years ago. I was filming that game, and you're up top. You look to your left, touchdown Jesus is over there, and then you look around. The football team, gold helmets. Baseball team, gold helmets. Softball team, gold helmets. They're everywhere. It's nuts. They got clovers on all the fields. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Anything else? This year we haven't really traveled anywhere significant so far. I'm going to Kentucky next week. That'll be pretty cool. I know their campus is pretty sweet and their stadium's cool.
Yeah, University of Kentucky's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And can't think of anywhere else. The only place I don't like traveling to is Virginia.
Any Virginia? Why is that?
Because my cell service doesn't agree with it.
Oh, in the mountains of West Virginia. Yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst. We were driving down here, Katie and I, to come to for the semester. I mean, we were trying to get calls and texts because when you're driving down, I mean, you're in Ohio for probably 3-something hours like that. So you're still going through West Virginia, and like it's already like a third of the way done. So you want to talk to people, and it's like, yeah, no, can't do any of that.
Nope. No way.
You drive through Morgantown, which is where the university is, and that's about it.
My sister has to play there next week.
Oh, so she'll have to go through that experience. It's literally, it sneaks up on you. You're going through the mountains, and all of a sudden it's like West Virginia University, 1 mile, and you're like, what are you talking about? And there it is.
I feel like if you have Verizon, you're all right, but my family's trying to save some money, so we have T-Mobile, and that's just not gonna cut it there in the mountains.
Yeah, I have Verizon. It's pretty good, but there's definitely I could definitely get booted to 3G up there a good amount.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the T-Mobile no service has got to be tough up there.
Yeah.
I respect the hustle though. I don't pay for my cell phone bill, so
for sure.
I'm not going to say anything negative about any plan. I know what I could afford on if I were on my own. So. But yeah, okay. So the soccer team looks good then, going well?
Yeah, going well. A lot more soccer players on the team, so the play is a lot more fun to watch, and we're just getting ready for Mactober.
Mactober, that's what they call it. We're for the Mac soccer season.
Yep, October it all kicks off, and everything starts getting interesting.
Wow, that's a pretty great name, gotta say. There's what is it for college football? There's the Maction, right? Isn't that a?
Well, yeah, they use that for everything. Any kind of event is just some Maction going on.
I see. I mean, that's pretty good. We use the Power 6 because we're really trying to get in there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, after UCF handled Stanford on Saturday, who's to say we're not? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, seriously. We just hung up our. I'm gonna get this wrong. The Jolly Roger flag. It's what the MAC puts up when you beat a Power 5 school. After we just beat Wisconsin and Northwestern last weekend or 2 weekends ago.
Yeah, for soccer.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we were ranked 25th in the nation, and now we're probably still up there, but we got knocked down after we lost to Ohio State.
Yeah, but I mean, beating Northwestern and Wisconsin's no small feat. I mean, for you guys,
definitely not.
When's the last time the football team's beaten a Power 5 team? I'm gonna try to find it.
You're gonna be looking pretty far back.
Well, you guys just played. Who was it? You guys just played like Kansas State or someone like that. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before, and lost like 50-0 or something like that.
You're pretty close. 46 to 3.
That's tough. I was messing with
something like that.
Yeah, I was messing with my grandfather because they just got UCF license plates actually because they live down here, And I'm like, hey, you're going to have to get like a Bowling Green or Eastern Michigan flag or something like that wherever Max goes. And it's like, they're not usually good at sports. So
Eastern Mich is in the conversation?
yeah, apparently they have a great aviation program. I said Monday. I said Max on Monday. This is releasing on the next Monday, so like a week ago, yeah. By the time you hear this, and he's like, Zach, I've made my college decision. I'm ready to go to. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. We're not doing this right now. I'm like, you're not announcing your decision right now. I'm like, stop it.
Chill out, man.
There is one that seems to be the favorite, but I'll tell you that off air before he gets in and everything. So, Eastern Michigan, I guess, gives in-state tuition, so they're in the to Ohio residents, so they're in the conversation.
That's all they get you to go to those football games where you look at the ugly gray turf, huh?
What, Eastern Michigan is gray turf?
Gray and green turf.
Have you heard of the Eastern Michigan's in Ypsilanti, which is right next to Ann Arbor, a city away from the University of Michigan? Do you know the main part of Ypsilanti, the big tourist attraction there?
No, what is it?
It's the Red Brick Dick.
Oh my goodness.
There's this giant tower. I mean, you can look it up on your phone. Type in, you should be safe on Google, but if you type in Red Brick Dick on Google, here.
I'm all right. I'd just rather not.
I don't know what the actual name is, though. Hold on, let me find it. Yeah, my Aunt Kelly pointed it out to me when we were up there. Yeah, it just, if you literally, it's the Ypsilanti Water Tower. That's what it is. But if you pull it up, it looks exactly... water towers are very, just neutrally shaped, whatever. This one looks straight up like a dildo.
That's a safer name than typing in what you just told me to type in.
Yeah, but when I typed in Red Brick Dick, Ypsilanti Water Tower comes up. It's a Michigan State, by the state, historic site. Yeah, but here, I'll send you a picture of it right now so you can see. It looks just like a dildo.
I feel like I would just get unlucky. I'd type it in and...
You did.
Not get some good things come up.
Yeah, today the tower is frequently joked about for its phallic shape. It's right here in the Wikipedia. Here. It's incredible. I don't know why they say it's red, because it's not red, as you'll see. But,
yeah, it's not red at all. That's
but
interesting.
It certainly looks like, let's see. It just might be the Brick Dick. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's
they put the red in there.
Certainly not. The guy who designed that's interesting fellow. Gotta be.
Might have been my father.
Could have been. You never know.
But no, so that's in Ypsilanti. That's where Eastern Michigan is. So you get the water tower that looks like a dick, and then you get the gray field. Apparently, I've never been to the campus, so I don't know.
I've never been either. I just have seen pictures.
Well, because they're in the same conference as Bowling Green, correct?
Correct.
Okay, interesting. That's fun. So, yeah, you been watching any college football, or no? You've been too busy.
No, not really. Only highlights.
Same. Katie, for whatever reason, liked my facial hair. That's grown in. I'm finally able to grow some facial hair. I mean, it's been a long time. It's been 20 years in the making.
Believe it when I see it.
But she told me it looks good, so I told her that I would not shave it until UCF loses in football. And we just kick Stanford's ass. It looks like it's going to be a while.
Yes, it very well could be.
By the time you hear this, we're recording this on Wednesday, coming out Monday. UCF will have kicked Pittsburgh's ass in Pittsburgh. We'll go with 35-10. That was the score. I really got to stop doing that because yesterday I was recording with Joe. It's coming out on Thursday. It hasn't come out yet. And we were recording before the Barcelona game. And I said Barcelona have won 2-0. Congratulations. Ansu Fati scored again. They ended up drawing 0-0. So I was like,
yes,
great.
I saw Joe at our game versus Ohio State. Him, Bryce, and Brad Garrity were all there.
Oh, that's great.
I said hi to them, and I asked them if they wanted to go sit in the student section. They're like, yeah, we'll do it. I look over about 15 minutes in the game. They're still sitting there.
Well, that's why you got to come in there. You're the junior you got to mentor these North Ridgeville going to BG soccer guys. Kyle, come on.
Yeah, they must be tired of me or something because I'm talking to them and it's like I'm talking to a bunch of strangers. Like, who's this weird guy coming over to talk to me? And they're like sitting with some friends. It's like, all right, yeah, you guys made some friends. I love to see it. I'm just, I guess I'm in the rearview mirror. Like, who's this guy? Like, we're tired of him. He's been stealing our spotlight for too many years now. Now this is our school, and
yeah, I was gonna say they saw you every day for a couple years, and now you've I guess we've been gone for a couple years, and now when you go back like for some soccer things or whatever, like over the summer, it's fine. But then when you're at a school event and you're like, hey, what's up, Bryce and Joe, and they're like, oh, hey.
So Bryce, Joe, Brad, if you're listening to this, like, let's rekindle, man. I want that Ridgeville connection again. I don't want to feel like a stranger.
Joe said he's joining Michael's fraternity.
Oh, good. Well, it's a business fraternity, so I guess I can't hate on them.
I don't know if it is, though. Joe said yesterday it was a social fraternity. I thought it was a business one, too. Did Michael just lie to us?
I'm pretty sure that Michael has brothers that are sisters. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. So he has female brothers. Yes.
Yes, that's what I meant to say.
I feel like that's always like the line where it's like, okay, if you're in either one, because I think there's a medical fraternity I know down here that has both guys and girls, and in between, I would assume too. But you know, like I feel like for some people, like that's where it's like, okay, I mean, I don't necessarily not agree with fraternity and sorority at the end of the day, but I think definitely with some of the stereotypes around campus where if you call a girl your brother, I'm like, okay, well, I understand that this fraternity is not having a party anytime soon.
I just don't like what it does to some people, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Like
I take a good guy and then like certain activities that go on. I'm not saying this goes on in every fraternity, but there's certain things that happen to certain people and they just don't come back the same, you know? And you don't want to surround yourself with that kind of stuff. Yeah,
I get what you're saying. I think I know you know Matt Ciccone, one of my good friends. He just came on this pod, actually. You know who he is, whatever. Played soccer with him in the youth. I would just say that Matt's always been an idiot, so it's not like the fraternity has changed him at all. He's one of the smartest idiots. I know I've been described that way too, so I can't really judge too much. But and then at the end of the day, you know, like we're still best friends, and I think we've actually gotten closer. So I think you're right that if there's a certain type of person that goes into those kind of things and comes out, you know, unrecognizable almost, the person that came in, both guys and girls for sororities too. I think sororities might be worse actually, in my opinion, but that might be.
Oh yeah, it all depends.
So yeah, I know I know here that sorority rush is like a week earlier, so they get to move in a week early, whatever. So I was here, you know, a week or so before school started just to get settled into my new house, and I mean, just seeing them all in all their same shirts and running around and whatever, just yeah. Just not.
Oh yeah.
Just
keep going.
I was gonna say, just not something I've ever wanted to be a part of, you know.
Yeah, we have a big bid day here where all the girls just sprint across campus to find their bigs.
Their sisters in their home. They run home, right?
They sprint from our union all the way. I think they, like, one or two of the sororities met in the football stadium, which is on the total other side of campus. So these girls got a workout in, probably 10-minute run or so.
Wait, they run, all the sorority people that are rushing run from the student union?
Yeah, so it's almost like finding clues. Like, they'll find clues, and then the final clue is at the union. And then you, like, last year I was sitting in the union, and all of a sudden I just see this girl sprint down the stairs. And then you kind of piece it all together when later you're looking at your Instagram stories, and the big is videotaping the little running in. You're like, oh, I saw that girl earlier today.
Oh my god!
So yeah, that girl has to be like sweating bullets when she gets there. Like,
that's crazy.
I couldn't imagine.
I just think there's like the reveal or whatever like that. But I mean, all the sorority houses here on campus.
Yeah, they all do it differently, but
yeah,
that one sorority just, I don't know. It's a light form of hazing, I guess, just having them run across campus.
I mean, basically is right. So
yeah,
hazing isn't allowed anymore.
Nope.
So you know what I did see today though. I was driving to campus, and there's a big, the spare tires on the back of cars.
Yep.
So it was a sticker covering the spare tire, and it had this big thing and a picture of a dog and a pig, and it said, if they're both cute to you or whatever, why do you eat one and not the other one? It was like, go vegetarian. And my first thought was like, well, I'm covered. I mean, you could also just be Jewish, and that way you don't have to take care of you. You're fine. I mean, because usually, even though I see those and I laugh a little bit, look at them, I'm like, that is a cute animal or whatever. I'm like, no, not today. Like, I don't eat it.
Yeah.
Backfire for the vegans there.
Well, I guess that applies to just pigs though, for you though, right?
Yeah, I mean, if they put a picture of a cow, I'd be like, well, the cow has a lot of meat. I mean, there's a lot of good meat. What are you gonna do?
It's just too good. Blame the person who slaughtered the first one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if some nomad 3,000 years ago wouldn't have sliced a cow, then we wouldn't have the problems we have today.
Nope.
But
crazy.
It is crazy. No, it's just a crazy world. That's why I love watching a bunch of these comedy specials now.
Just because they make fun of what the world is today.
Yeah, and like they are, and all this stuff. Yeah, and they all just know how crazy it is, and like obviously comedy, you're allowed to push the boundaries a bit and stuff.
For sure.
Have you seen any of the new comedies right now?
Not recently. I haven't been. I've just been on YouTube craze, watching a lot of golf videos and stuff like that.
I got you.
So not much Netflix or Hulu.
Yeah, we Dave Chappelle's special. Dave Chappelle's one of my favorites. He just had one, and he went hard, and it got some people were really upset by it.
Yeah, he's always pushing the borderline.
I mean, I won't spoil it for you in case you're able to watch it at some point in the future. If you dedicate an hour, I would say it's great. I laughed a lot. For people of that type of humor, all I will say is that they mention about how he mentions how the LGBT have owned letters of the alphabet for themselves. Me Too.
Oh, jeez.
Michael Jackson victims. And then the Justice like Somale, the guy who like faked the attack on himself or whatever. All those are mentioned.
Yikes.
So it had a 0% rating on Rotten Tomatoes or whatever because they had 5 progressive people review it, and then when they released it to the audience, it went up to 99%.
Yeah.
But he lives in Ohio.
I don't do
though.
politics.
He lives in Southern Ohio. Did you know that?
Great people come from Ohio.
Seems like it. Seems like more for like of the Midwest. Ohio and Michigan, it seems like, are the two states that most get referenced as like the Midwest, because it just seems like so many people come from there. Like, when's the last famous person to come from Nebraska?
I couldn't tell you anybody famous to come from Nebraska.
Or like Iowa, right? The last famous person from Iowa is probably who? Abraham Lincoln? Is he from Iowa?
Sure. I couldn't tell you.
No, he's from Kansas. He was in, wasn't he in Kansas?
No, he's on the $5 bill.
Wasn't he?
Dude, I don't know.
He was born in a log cabin.
I can't help you here.
Well, I'm digging myself in a hole. I gotta look this up. Oh, he was born in Kentucky. Shit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let you ride that one off because I have no idea.
Okay, so Abraham Lincoln was actually born in Kentucky. Just clear that up now. There we go. But yeah, we were watching Bill Burr last night, and he's pretty funny too.
I don't know who that is.
I don't even know like how to describe him. He's like just, I don't know. I fell asleep after watching a good amount. I like Joe Rogan and Dave Chappelle. Those are my top 2 for sure. And like Tom Segura and Bert Bert Kreischer. We're trying to see Bert and I guess not concert, right? But like a show. We're trying to see him down here.
Those are all solid.
Yeah.
I'm a big Gabriel Iglesias guy.
Yeah, I just haven't seen a lot of his stuff. I guess, Katie, weren't people saying that Gabriel Iglesias came to UCF one time? Yeah, I guess he's been here before. But
that'd be interesting. He came to Cleveland last year, but he was at a casino, so I had to be 21 to go see his show.
That's right.
Which sucked.
I remember you telling me that. Yeah, I feel like that's such a dumb rule that you should be allowed into the casino at 18 and you just can't do anything, which, I mean...
I guess that's just how they know that people who... the age-appropriate content, that they're censoring it.
Right. Yeah, but pretty soon, I mean, you're not even going to have to worry about that, right? Your birthday's here, coming up here in like a couple weeks.
Yep. Less than 30 days. I just went to the BMV a couple days ago to order my new license, so...
Nice.
That'll be good. Didn't get the new, like, real ID, because I didn't have the paperwork, but I'll get that soon enough.
Yeah, I've heard about that,
I'm
the
leaving
real
the country.
ID. Yeah, like with the flying and stuff like that, there's a new thing coming.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be really tough for going to fly in the airport for TSA. When not even like if you have it, but there are going to be so many people that don't have it and didn't hear about it or whatever. They're just going to get so mad and hold up lines.
Yeah, I barely heard about it. I just know about it because my friend lost his ID and he ended up getting that just because it was new and might as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know how it's supposed to work. I need to look into that too. I mean, I still have a while, but just to figure that out since I fly a decent amount. But yeah, 12th. It's the 12th, right?
I think it's the alternative to the passport, I believe.
No, I was saying you're right, but I'm saying your birthday is the 12th, right?
Close. No cigar.
Oh,
the 16th?
16th, really? Why did I think it was the 12th?
Riley's is the 12th.
Is it really? Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's all good.
I'll have to discuss off air what you need for your birthday. I think I'm What do you need?
Mine's the 16th and Jamie's is the 17th.
Oh, yeah, no, Katie's is the 8th. October, popular month for North Regional birthdays.
It's popping.
Anyway, yeah, I'll have to see what Amazon has to offer for you for your birthday. I'll have to send you something.
I don't need much.
Okay. I think I will find something you will enjoy. How about that?
You want to buy me some boxers?
Some boxers? I'll send you ones with flowers on it or something.
You'll be helping my mom out for sure. One thing she can take off her list. No, just kidding. I don't need any boxers.
Yeah, I'll definitely find something. We'll update once you receive it and see if you like it.
Sweet.
Something you can't like. Manchester City, 5 points off of Liverpool already.
It's too early to be talking points. Norwich, hats off to them. They played a great game. Yesterday I found out that John Stones is out for 6 weeks.
No way.
So we are down to our last center back, Nicholas Otamendi.
Oh my god.
So we're in a tough stretch right now, and again, hats off to Norwich. I think we honestly struggle when teams just come to play. Like I remember Crystal Palace last year, just Wilfred Zaha and Townsend, they just send them. I mean, they're not afraid to counter, and it's the teams that just sit in. They're like, all right, we know we're going to win 4 or 5-0, but if you play against us, we commit a lot forward, and we're surely susceptible to counterattack.
Yeah, especially because this whole thing's like they did this with Barcelona week 1 when Barcelona lost to Athletic Bilbao 1-0 at the end of the game. They're like, Barcelona suffered shock defeat in first game. And it's like, if you actually pay attention to soccer, you know that Athletic Bilbao are not like some run-of-the-mill Spanish team. They're pretty good. They've been in the league for a while. They've beaten Barcelona before. It's a tough place to play. And I think the same kind of thing in Norwich. Yes, I know Norwich were newly promoted, but in terms of what you're saying, like that Pookie guy is insane. He's been scoring goals.
Unbelievable.
So like when they're like, it suffer a shock like 3-2 defeat, it's like, I mean, of people that just, like you said, that come in, They say, we're going to play today. We might get beat 5-0, but if we win, we're going to win in style. And to me, like, that's part of why we always have this discussion. It's like the English Premier League's the best because, someone like Norwich can come in and just go and do that. And so that's where the whole thing is like, oh, it's such a shock defeat. Like, it didn't surprise me that much. Like, if they were like Newcastle beat Manchester City, I'd be like, okay, what the hell's going on?
I don't know. I wouldn't go that far, but since Newcastle got rid of what's his name,
Benitez.
I mean, I just don't think they're that upset team that they were the past couple of years. Like they could go to, or Liverpool could come to them and they could pull off a shock draw or something. But yeah, obviously not that team now. And Huddersfield's another one that just likes to sit in.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go down this year.
Well, Huddersfield already went down. Didn't they go down last year?
I don't know.
We'll cut that.
They're just or Brighton or
Brighton. They got Brighton. I'll splice that so you just say Brighton so it sounds better.
It's fine. I don't look that far down the table, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think Huddersfield finished bottom and just went out. Like you said, it was so unceremonious that they went out of the league. But yeah, I get what you're saying, though. Like Brighton or even like Burnley. Burnley's a good example of a team that just comes in and sits in a deep defensive shape and just tries to win 1-0. No, I agree with you.
Poor Joe Hart.
I cannot
or whoever's playing for Burnley.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like you said.
I don't think he's starting anymore. They had they had Heaton for a little bit. Now he's at Aston Villa. I hope Aston Villa do well. Too bad that Chelsea had to bring back Tammy Abraham, or they'd have a legit striker in the Prem right now.
I was gonna say, yeah, Abraham's been really good for Chelsea recently.
I mean, he's got to be.
Yeah, they don't.
Lampard can't make any changes. He's got what he's got. Did you see the shocker yesterday? Ross Barkley calling everybody off the ball. He's like, "Oh, I got this PK, no doubt." He's feeling confident. Steps up. It's one on the deck, just barely to the goalkeeper's left. I think it was. God. Just easy save. Like, wow, you got Willian, Jorginho. Pulisic could easily. I don't know about that. I've never seen Pulisic take a PK. I don't think, but just so many. Tammy Abraham, anybody else, but Ross Barkley.
I know that Chelsea have a transfer ban that they weren't able to bring in too many players this summer. I cannot believe though that Ross Barkley plays so much for them.
He actually hasn't been that bad. Like he's been in England's 11 recently a lot. I just don't think he's I don't think he's a pen taker. Like how you got for England, you got Harry Kane or Sterling to take those. But on Chelsea, there's just so many other guys where I don't think he even in the conversation. And it's not only the transfer ban, but they've got like injuries like Hudson-Odoi,
right, or
stuff like that where they're just unlucky. Man City's the same way. We're unlucky. We have no center backs who are healthy, so it's tough.
Yeah, but who knows? Year. Chelsea might end up finishing in the top 4 with how Arsenal and Manchester United have been looking. So,
yeah, that's just shocking. Liverpool, they keep talking about how they're just coasting. Well, they haven't played anybody, first off.
Yeah.
So, and the goalkeeper, we'll see how that goes. He's been all right, but obviously an area that can be exposed.
Yeah, they lost yesterday to Napoli 2-0.
Yeah, see, there you go.
Yeah,
Van Dijk can only do so much.
Right, and he apparently Barcelona and Real Madrid want him now too.
Can't be too surprised, but as of right now, Real Madrid's losing to PSG 2-0.
Are they really? That makes me. I haven't looked yet. That made me so happy. Champions League is going to be really weird this year, I think. Last year was pretty weird with Ajax and Tottenham and stuff like that. But I think it's going to get pretty weird this year again. Just doesn't seem like anyone's overly dominant.
Yeah, and I'm a Man City fan, and I got to say that the past 2-3 years in the group stage, I think we're like bribing people because we get the easiest draws. This year, I can't even name to our group, our toughest opponent is Shakhtar Donetsk, and we're beating them 2-0 at halftime right now. So I can't complain, but we'll see. I don't think it really starts until you get to the round of 16. So
Yeah, as long as you make it through that. I know Barcelona have Dortmund and Inter Milan, and they're all like, "Oh my God, it's the group of death," and then it's like, it's like it's not that big of a deal, you know. I mean, we just played Barca's played away to Dortmund yesterday and came out with a 0-0 draw when Messi wasn't starting. So it's basically the result you need, and then you just win all your games at home, and there you go.
that's all you need, those 9 points.
So it'll be interesting. Yeah, Messi's been injured, so it's been this 16-year-old though from Barcelona, Fati. I wanted to talk about this because this is insane. This is sophomore year of high school, and he has multiple goals already, and he got the start yesterday for Barcelona.
Yeah, I think it might be secondary school in Spain.
Yeah, and like
I don't know.
I mean, the thing is, like, it seems like the U.S. system doesn't even allow for that to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I know you can go into DA and academy and stuff like that, and you can skip like college soccer or whatever. But like, still, like, could a 16-year-old come up, American, and never play for Barcelona? You know, if there was a Barcelona here in the States, and I don't think the answer is yes.
The U.S. system isn't really built for growth. It's nowhere the system all the way up with how everything's split up and you only play in the spring. I mean, unless you're playing for an academy, that's different. But like, if you're going up through how most teenagers are brought up, where it's you're playing high school and club in the spring, and then you're going to college, like it's not really built for that coach with all the restrictions they have to develop you as a player. Which that's why you don't see like a Freddie Adu or something anymore, even though Freddie Adu, I'm not sure most of the viewers listening to this could even tell you who that is because it happened like 2005 or so. But
yeah, but we all heard that story growing up.
Yeah, it's nuts, and that's why Pulisic has to go to Germany or who else?
McKinney.
Tyler Adams, Weston McKinney. They all have to go to Germany to get these minutes, the development, and yeah, it's not a good situation.
Yeah, because like college soccer, you know, sounds like a great thing in theory and everything, but at the end of the day, you graduate and you're 22, and I mean, let me back up. It's great for, you know, getting guys into MLS, you know, all that stuff. Like it's great for that. It's obviously great if you're good enough to continue playing at that level and all that stuff. It's really competitive. But in terms of setting up, you know, for the world's best, it's not a great system because, like, for instance, this João Felix guy who's playing for Atletico just got bought for $120-something million for Atletico. He's 19. These kids are breaking through before their freshman year of college and that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Or they're just not going to college, like devoting so much time and effort into perfecting their craft, and I feel like that's frowned upon here, whereas that's could be a slightly normal thing over there.
Yeah, and then in truth, a lot of it over there too is like it's just soccer. You know, there's no football, there's no baseball or basketball or hockey really or whatever else. You know, so that's the other thing.
Schooling is more of a plus.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'll go play for an academy, which will also pay for my schooling. Stuff like that. It's never like I'm going to school and then, there's soccer. Sweet. I'll go do that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But I just think, you know, whoever knows with this U.S. system, I know a lot of people have complained about it and put hours into it, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's not necessarily ingrained in our DNA yet, so it's always going to be tough to come from behind like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so what else you got on your mind? Anything else you want to share to the people?
Nothing I can think of. Trying to play some golf.
Yeah.
Trying to get better at that. Brought my clubs up now that I'm living in a house. I have a place to put them. So
fantastic.
I've been hitting the links, trying to keep balls out of the trees and out of the water. I bought some neon pink balls.
Oh, wow.
So that I can find my ball easier, but I'm already down to 11 balls. I had 12 before, so it's not totally working, but we'll see. Just trying to do better.
Also trying to do that, so I feel you. The thing I would say about balls, I know they're not pink, but if you go to Marshall's, you can get like a set of like 48 recycled golf balls, and they're fine. Like they've just been used, and for like $13 because they're pretty pricey. So I was saying, if you want, there's golf balls I found them at Marshall's, got a big stack. So, because at the end of the day, the nice balls look nice and whatever, new balls are great, but like, I know I'm bad enough to where eventually it's going to get hit in the water or the wood. So.
Oh, for sure. And I'm not at the point where I'm good enough to blame my equipment on my terrible golf playing skills.
Exactly. So that's what I would recommend to you. Yeah. Marshall's is always the best.
Marshall's, and I was also thinking Goodwill. Maybe go buy some clubs, $2-3 clubs, just sitting there. All about that.
So the urban golf clubs were like.
Oh yeah, right now my current clubs are from my great uncle's attic. So I mean, I'm not too far off with a mixture of some of my dad's old clubs. So.
Yeah. I was going to say, I have my dad's old set, so like Katie always tells me isn't good.
Tips for college kids trying to save $1.
No, because I think golf.
Goodwill.
Yeah.
And TJ Maxx.
I mean, golf is an expensive sport going out there for the range and the courses and stuff. You got to cut costs somewhere, and it's in your equipment while you're still just learning. I mean, you're going to be able to get better for the next 50 years, so it's okay if you don't have the best clubs right now.
And you know what? If you're short, go buy the junior set.
That's true. Save some money.
What was it? Probably my No, it was early in high school. Freshman or sophomore year. I still didn't have clubs yet. And all I had was my junior set from my golf camp that I did when I was 10 or 11. I showed up, and we knew the owner of the golf course. He's like, Kyle, you can't be playing with those clubs out here on my course. Like, that's just embarrassing. So I had to share my dad's clubs. But once we got out there, I started using my junior clubs, and it all just went just fine. But
I was gonna say, isn't sharing clubs almost worse because you're you don't even have your own set and you're out here?
Yeah, you're not familiar with them, and it just gets a little mess. But well.
So there you go. Any people looking to get a little bit better at golf? Come hit us up and we'll play around together. See who's the worst.
Or you know what? Just make your own clubs. Yeah, I mean, grab some stuff around the house. You can grab a shovel. I don't know, putter. Maybe you could use a broom.
Melt some metal.
A pool cue. You could just hit it like you would a pool cue on the green.
It's true.
I'd love to do that. I think I'd be more accurate doing it that way than with a putter.
I mean, you are the one that on the last hole, every time we go play, you tee off with your putter, and no one's caught on to this yet.
And you know what? I think that's the key going forward. Maybe I just tee off on every hole with my putter because I can't get my driver off the ground.
Better with your putter than your driver off the tee.
Just
only golf is a sport like that where that's even possible.
But you know what? I'm also +1 on breaking clubs. So, you know what? It's whatever. I mean, just do whatever's comfortable.
Just always play where it lies. It's the rule.
Yeah, gosh. Don't always play where it lies. It could waste you some money or break you a 5-iron.
You'll snap clubs in half. Oh, man. All right. There you go. There are all of our golf tips. Kyle, this is an excellent episode. It'll be what?
Lack thereof.
Another 6-7 weeks till we have you on again. Then it doesn't feel like it was that long again because it's how crazy our semesters are. So
seriously,
always appreciate talking
to you.
Day. That's right. Day by day. Keep kicking ass. Love you.
Love being on the pod. Keep listening. This man's gonna do big things.
I appreciate that support.
Thanks for having me on.
Of course. Thank you for joining me.
Have a good one.
You too. Thank you for listening to the Assist Podcast. If you like the show, go drop a 5-star rating. That really helps us keep the show going. If you want to stay updated with all the podcast episodes, hit the subscribe button, and also go follow our Twitter, which is @assist_podcast, and our Instagram, which is now the Assist Podcast. And you can write any emails, any suggestions you have to theassistpod@yahoo.com, and we'll see you next week.